Hi everyone, I'm Uri, co-founder of DocuPanda. In this demo, we'll see A, what DocuPanda does, and B, how we can leverage DocuPanda's Make integration to do lots of cool stuff. So let's start with the most important thing, which is what is DocuPanda and why should you care? So what DocuPanda is a tool that looks at documents, no matter how complex, and no matter how messy, even if they have check marks, even if they have tables that are hard to read, even if they have non-trivial formatting where some stuff is in the top left and something else in the top right, and you really need to go over the entire document to understand it, DocuPanda is able to understand the content. By the way, even if there's handwriting, understand the content and map this entire document into exactly a blueprint, a template of how you want to understand these documents and make that data actionable. So let's go over like a very simple, like one of the most common use cases for DocuPanda, which is standardizing invoices. But invoices is really just one example. We might as well be talking about rental leases. It can be like a long, complex legal document is absolutely fine. It's something that DocuPanda handles just the same. But we'll start with rental leases because it's we'll start with invoices because it's something that everyone is very familiar with. So here's like an example invoice, one that my company uses. You can see our company, you can see the guys that build us, you can see the total amount. Maybe I want to use Make to handle these invoices. I want whenever I get an email that has an attachment and seems to be about an invoice, I want to have DocuPanda read through that invoice, decide that it is indeed an invoice, and fetch the total amount. Let's say we also want to get the company that built us. Maybe we want to get the payment date and whatever, the invoice ID, right? So let's see how we do that. So the first thing we want to do is probably see what DocuPanda does, right? So let's just shove this funnel invoice into DocuPanda and see how it handles it. So the first thing that DocuPanda does is it reads through the document and parses it at a very shallow level, right? Like we extract the raw text here, but we also do some trickier things like understand that something is a table, and if it is a table, represent it accurately. So that's pretty awesome. But okay, like we have a bunch of tables, like that's still hard work, especially if you look at like real life complex tables that can get a lot messier than this. It's hard work to get to the bottom line, right? So let's see how our AI gets to the bottom line. Our AI automatically mapped this table, this document into a JSON representation. And so let's first look at this JSON representation. We have the date issued, we have the payment method, we have who issued the invoice, which we care about, right? We say we wanna get that into our spreadsheet. We have we know that we're the ones getting billed, but whatever, we extracted it anyway. And we have the invoice amount, which is great because we wanna map this into our spreadsheet. Now it's really important to note that I'm not using any kind of like pre-built invoice standardizer thingy. No, DocuPanda, when you upload your own special snowflake of a document, we at DocuPanda, our AI, goes and comes up with like a standardized view that makes sense for this document. So it comes up with a great standardized view for an invoice, but if you put a rental contract in there, if you put patient healthcare information in there, anything you throw at it, DocuPanda will come up at what we call that a schema, at a standardized view of a document like this, and all other documents like it, you can look at them using the exact same view, using the same schema. So if I were to upload more documents, I could choose to standardize them all using the same schema. So you see we already auto-generated a schema called receipt schema. And I can upload more documents and have them all map to the same standardized view of the stuff we want to extract from it. So that's pretty neat. Let's see how we do this in Make, shall we? So the way you upload a document into DocuPanda in Make is very simple. We want to start by listening. Okay, so in our demo we said we want to watch for emails, right? So let's look at emails. Let's connect to our Gmail account. That's gonna take just a second. Great. Make integrates with Gmail, which is very cool. Now, we want to fetch emails that we're getting that have a receipt, right, or an invoice. So let's write a query for this, right? Let's look for emails I got in my Gmail account that has the word invoice in them, because why not, right? That sounds like a good way to get invoice attachments. So yeah, let's look at all our email. And let's just select one email for the purposes of this little demo. So yeah, so immediately we find an email where I got yet another invoice. Great. So I don't know if you know this, but generally speaking, an email can get multiple attachments. DocuPanda, of course, treats each document individually. So if you're familiar with Make, it shouldn't come as a surprise that we could use an iterator to go over the attachments. So let's just grab the attachments. Yep, that's great. And then all we need to do is just stick it into DocuPanda. So all we need to do is pick our schema. Oh, let's also pick our connection. So okay. So that's actually good. Now we learn how to connect DocuPanda. Shouldn't come as much of a surprise, but basically you want to go to your settings, copy paste your API key. Great. Okay. And now we decide what schema to run. So we want to run our receipt schemas, and we want to just stick the file in there. So we have the file name, and if you read the docs here, it says the contents need to be base64 encoded. I won't bore you with what that even means, but the good thing is Make has the base64 function, so it's as simple as this, right? So that's it. Now we can get the email to run through our pipeline and get uploaded to DocuPanda. So before we run this scenario, let's also listen to the result on the other end, right? So let's create a new scenario where we wait for a DocuPanda standardization to complete. Let's create a webhook using, demo webhook, let's call it. Okay, so we're waiting for okay, you know what? Let's just run this and listen and see what comes out the other end. So now we have this scenario running, right? It's waiting to get we call it a standardization, right? It's waiting for a result to come in. Right now, nothing's happening. And now let's fire up the first scenario where it it searches through my Gmail, picks out the first invoice, runs it through an iterator, which just means go over every attachment. It should have one attachment, and upload it into DocuPanda. So let's hit it. Great. We've uploaded into DocuPanda. DocuPanda is probably processing it as we speak. You know what? How about we just hop over to our little dashboard and see? Yep, indeed, a new document is in town, and probably also a new standardization. Again, standardization is what we call the result JSON, right? The result view. So awesome. Yeah, we already see the results are there. Now let's see that it's, there you go. It also exists in our listening scenario for DocuPanda results. So let's take a quick look at what the result looks like. So we have data, we have the everything we expected to see, right? We have the total amount, and we have the name of the company that billed us. That's great. So now just to tie it off, let's also like stick it into a spreadsheet. But I think you get the idea, right? Like let's just do it. You get the idea. Like we can now map these results onto whatever we want. We could put it in a database. We could put it in a spreadsheet. We could do whatever we want with it, which is why Make is awesome. Wait, I used the wrong email. Hang on. Boop. Sign in with Google. Yep, that's the right one. Did I even use the wrong email? I don't know. Anyway. So, spreadsheet. Yeah, so I've already made a spreadsheet for expenses. So, it has total amount, billing company, invoice, name and date. Of course, I could have decided on any other column in this spreadsheet. Let's delete it, right? Let's see how it populates, how the new results populate. So, yeah, we just pick our spreadsheet. Expenses auto is my lovely name for it. And now all we have to do is just decide how to map the results onto the spreadsheet. So easy enough, right? I decided I want a total amount column in my spreadsheet. So let's put it under invoice. We have total amount USD. That's awesome. Let's put it there. Under billing company name, we have, yep, there it is. The company name, Twilio, great. Invoice name, that's I just made that up. I guess we'll put the invoice number there. And date, that's very important. So let's see where the date is. There you go, invoice date. Done and done. So now if we rerun this and, whatever, upload a new document, let's just do it. How about I manually upload a new document? Oh, you know what? I don't need to upload a new document. I just re-trigger a standardization action. So again, like you don't have to use Make to trigger a standardization. You can do it with DocuPanda website. So maybe I'll do it slower. So we go to documents, we choose our newly uploaded document, we hit standardize, we choose the schema. We only have one schema called receipt, the receipt schema, and we hit standardize and fire it. So again, you don't have to upload documents using Make. You can absolutely do that using our dashboard, and it will respond in Make just the same. So that's pretty awesome. Oh, of course, I forgot to run the listening scenario. So I'll have to do it again. But, I think you get the idea. Let's just complete this to get a good feeling that it ran end to end. Yep, okay, great. So let's see that a new row has actually populated on Google Sheets. Awesome, yes, it ran twice because I ran it twice. Apparently it did listen the first time. Okay, awesome. So hopefully you learned a bit about what DocuPanda can do for you. Again, there's plenty we didn't cover. So for example, DocuPanda gives you the power not to just have our AI make up a schema and you have to tolerate whatever it came up with. You can interact with our AI and tell it actually, you know what? I want the invoice amount to be broken into a number and a currency symbol. So, so it can handle euros as well as dollars and any other currency. Or you can say, I want a field to say whether this is a one-off expense or a recurring expense, and so on and so forth. So you have, by using DocuPanda, you unlock a power to basically have something equivalent to a very, very smart and diligent person that reads through documents and answers exactly what you want to answer about them, even if it's handwriting, even if it's tables, even if it's very long, even if it's very complicated. So hopefully this is useful to you. Reach out to me on DocuPanda customer support, and I'll be very happy to give you a special invite to our Make integration and a huge amount of credits to get cracking for free, because we are very keen on interacting with Make creators. I hope this was useful to you, and don't be strangers.